Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Walk. Although this is let's just hang out at a tower and look. So on this episode of Let's Look, what view? It does look pretty cool. I finished the outside of the Blacksmith and the Apothecary. It's a bit late, so I'll come back to you guys when it's lighter. Oh, what the hell's that down there? I'll have to check all of that out. It's windy up here, huh? Right. See you in the morning. And welcome back to another morning, then. Still blows me away how beautiful this game is. Just so pretty. Right, so yeah, there's a lot of work needs to happen in here. Hasn't happened. It will. It will. I'm just always under-inspired when it comes to interiors and dressing and all of that stuff. Same here. So this will be the front of the shop. This will be the back of the shop. Living accommodation. Got to plant all of the blood roses in here. Put these supports for the staircase, but I think actually wooden beams are going to be far better than these stone columns, which I don't actually like. So going to change those for wood. And what are we going to do about this bear? I don't like killing him, which is why I'm invisible to him currently. Maybe if we just build a cage or something here and just cage it. It'll be like the pet bear. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm going to cage a bear. See you in a bit. Well, there you go. Poor little bear. Better than being dead though, isn't it, brother? So, a little bear house. What I'm going to do today, though, I don't really know. Don't really know. There's so much to do. But I'm sort of overwhelmed by what I've got to do. I need some ideas for other buildings to go in here. Blacksmith, Apothecary, tavern, barn, maybe a stable. But I've got to work out how horses fit through things. The interior of all of that side, should probably put some buildings in there. Maybe not. So there's all of that. There's just a lot to do. Do you think I need buildings in there? Something needs to happen. Maybe just a bunch of pathways. Probably not a bad shout. probably not a bad shout. And some farms on this side, like on the plains. Probably a bridge to the farmland over there as well. That's also probably not a bad shout. Alright, well that's something I can do. They're huge, these things, aren't they? They've also got horns. I've never really noticed that. But damn. Some weird ram hybrid spin-off. Is this a good place for a river crossing? This looks thinner up here. Yeah, probably here. What do you think? But yeah, if you do have an opinion, I mean, everyone's got an opinion, leave me a comment, let me know. Like, suggestions. It's never a bad idea. It's just whether I agree with it or not. But ideas for what I should do in the interior of that place. I think this is an ideal spot for a river crossing. A nice bridge. Probably in keeping with that kind of architecture. Which means we need farms and buildings and stuff. Sort of here on the backside maybe. So yeah, our road would come in here, which would make this like a good location for a bar, sort of like a crossroads, joining of roads, more traffic. That's where you want your venue. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm not going to make you guys suffer watching me build, which would be tedious to say the least. But I'll start off with the bridge and then work out a path. Oh, and I've had an idea for a road in terms of the way like a road looks rather than just a bunch of gravel. So again, it's going to be a pain in the ass to do, but yeah, I think it could be quite cool. All right, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, welcome back. It's raining. We've just missed a massive thunderstorm, but should be passing over. Okay, well, I spoke too soon there. Well, we're just going to have to get wet. This is the new road. So rather than marble gravel, it's actually a road. And this is a revelation. There are 3/4 blocks and quarter blocks on the soil pathway. Mind blown. Why aren't there these for every block? I mean, how cool. So this is the new road. And a bridge. And a lot of grass, too much grass. Cute little bridge. Just keeping it really simple. Doesn't need to be anything special. Just a nice little bridge. So anyway, how are you guys? If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know why that's ingrained. I watch way too much YouTube, so I do feel like ending text messages to people with like, comment, subscribe. I built a tower just so I could have an excuse for an arch for a road to go through. Seemed like a legit reason. And that's obviously a bridge, so you can get out to that tower. Still haven't done anything. Just don't look at the interiors. Yeah, they can bugger off. Put a little bear in a box. Did I showed you the interior of that? Did I show you the interior of this? So there's like the forge and obviously the furnaces and the anvil. And then in here, sort of like where the actual making happens. Up here, just living a comms. Unfortunately, that's where the chimneys for the furnaces go through. I suppose I could have sort of routed them that way and then up. I might look at doing that. This doesn't need to be like that. This kind of, yeah, fine. That's fine. Little hidey hole round the back where you keep your special weapons. So, yeah, Blacksmith, Apothecary, forget it. Potion shop. So, yeah, this is what I've been doing. Just walking around. Not actually doing a lot. I'm wondering what I should do. I think maybe a fisherman's shack out just past the bridge where there's a bend in the river. I like the fact that mobs just ignore me. I could get so used to this. So yeah, this seems like a good place. So fisherman's shack there. Maybe a farm. Definitely a farm. Woodman's shack or something up there. Bit of a wood mill maybe. I get, like, when mobs don't run away from you, you get to really have a good close look at them. And they're so cool. Like, look at these guys. Look at the detail. Like, normally all you see is like that and they're running away. But how cool. So it's not that I'm lacking inspiration, it's a little bit like there's too much to do and I'm procrastinating. I'm being a little like, oh, I can't be arsed. It's just too much. Because whenever I do something, like I was supposed to just build that bridge, that little fucker, ended up building another tower, and then a new road. Just all gets a bit out of control. Like I'm gonna have to replace most of this with that new road system. Just But I do want it to be a little bit like just barely a path in places. So maybe it's only like as it gets closer to settlements that the pathway should be a lot more sort of road-like. And in between those sections it can still be just a crappy little like bunch of gravel. Oh yeah, Quebecs. I need to build some farm buildings out by that wheat field as well, out here. It took forever to plant this wheat. Like, even in creative, it took forever. But it was all over this area, all over the other side. But it was before I built any of that and any of this. And then I had the idea to build that, and just farmland right outside that just looks stupid. But I kind of like this little bit. So it needs fencing maybe, and like a farmhouse or something. See, I just gave up there. And maybe here, sort of like a forager's hut, woodcutters, what do you call it, lumber mill, lumberjacks place, just in the woods. Seems legit. Oh, is this the nighttime song? Like, there's definitely a morning song. So is this head home to your bed song? And it's relaxing. All's well. Hytale does have a bear problem. Like, that fucking everywhere. Definitely everywhere. That guy made me jump. That's Newtown, ready for building, ready for moving in. Clean, ready to go. Just bring your own furniture. Yours, out of steel. Access to old marble quarries. Wake up, you. I did have a mod installed that auto-opened doors because I got very bored of opening doors. But now I just leave them open all the time. Because the majority of the mobs aren't that. I mean, they're not that dangerous. As soon as you get good armor, and you're sorted. I wished I'd built my bed lower down. I mean, this is a mission. Right, it'll be morning. Whoa. But it's worth it for the sunrise. That sunrise, priceless. And to anyone new, welcome. My name's Stoney, and this is my Let's Walk, because all I do is walk. Walk, don't even say much, just walk, look at stuff, get occasionally scared. That's it. Decide to go for a swim in my executive underground heated Bond villain swimming pool. I need a different skin. I needs me a different skin for swimming. How do I... Yeah, okay. The hell was that? Was that a fox? Oh. No, all the frogs that are trapped in that. Oh. Stay in there, frogs. Go out this way. Haven't been out this way for a while. I do like this chimney. Just hanging down. Doesn't vent out though. Like up top. there's no vent for it, so maybe I should like trace it up and just have a big chimney vent coming out somewhere. Oh, there's the mine down here. Well, caves. So if you need to go caving. The dungeons for the naughty people. And if you're walking this way from the dungeons, you've got like one chance. If you stop here and go through there, I know you still might have a bit of a concern, but if you get dragged up these stairs, I'm just gonna say it is not looking good. Because you just get put in those, and then when your time's come, you're in the bear pit. You're in the bear pit. You're going to get stuck on these blocks. It's going to be just awful. And these guys are going to rip you apart. And everyone's just going to watch. Yeah, not looking good. And then at the end of the day, you're going to get dragged off. Your corpse will be dragged off and just thrown to the rest of the animals that are still in their cages, which is good. Normally they've all escaped. Oh. Yeah, that thing about them escaping. I could have sworn there were 3 bears in that pit. Yeah. Well, now we know where the 3rd bear is. Right there. That's a concern. Definitely a concern. So the furnace, I reckon. Oh no, that's the throne room. I think the furnaces in the basement would come out somewhere around here. I think that's where they are. Oh, maybe they're a bit closer in. I need to investigate. Yeah. Maybe here. Alright. I'm going to go for a look and I will bring you guys back when I found them. I found it. It was right down there. So this is my chimney. And I wanted the idea of smoke coming out, and all I could think of is sticking a campfire on there. But yeah, maybe that glows a bit too much. What do you think? Let me know. I think it probably glows a bit too much, but I do like the idea of having like some smoke sort of thing. Is there a smoke texture that I haven't even found? check. Let's check. No. Fair enough. Oh well, that'll do for now. I mean, it is a bit of an eyesore, isn't it? I mean, maybe it wouldn't need to go quite that high. Maybe I can, like, have it significantly lower. But if you have it lower, then that fire thing... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these are letting in. Maybe it should be like that. Oh, yeah, that looks way more chimney. Okay, I think that's probably better. Not sure about this either. Yeah, you guys are going to have to let me know what you think about that. Because again, devoid of any decision making here. Also, this statue seems a bit much. Just a bit much. I'm leaving it for the time being, but come up with some better ideas for that. I'm definitely all ears. Did I just see an escaped horse? Oh yeah. He's out there all the time. Also, what do we do here? Right, I don't think it's big enough to have sort of like a jousting area. I was thinking about doing that. Been watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I was definitely thinking, oh wow, could do some jousting. Although I have kind of earmarked a place out the other side for tournaments and the like. Just out here, outside the walls. Outside the palace walls for sure. Like, this is so much better for defense. There's only like a single pathway through, so numbers aren't going to get you. Right, this area out here, much bigger. Thought could like do it, have a grandstand over there facing in to the walls, so people can watch from the walls, and then a grandstand along here, and all stuff for jousting here. But I need to do some research as what those places look like, because I've got no idea. But I think it'd be quite cool. Quite cool. And give all the people from the quarry village somewhere to come and just forget about how shit their quarry village is and what it's like not having any furniture. Yeah, so that's another thing. It's not like I haven't got a long list of shit to do. Way too much of a long list. So this road, definitely a candidate for the new updated like road building theory. I was also thinking, do you think perhaps like putting a bridge over to Fire Island might not be a bad shout at some point? Because goodness knows when we're going to get boats. Maybe a bridge. Like from there, some massive. Oh, ages ago, I was experimenting with object placement and things you can do, and you can make giant statues. Like you can just increase the scale of objects and place them. So I thought, oh, I quite like that. I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, so I stuck them down. I think they look kind of cool. And I like the fact that they're so sort of remote. Like there's nothing really around them. But if you go down that river, then you get to the harbour bit of the palace. Oh, okay now. So because I was doing all of this building out of marble, I got rid of all the marble around the region, so it would look like all of that building material actually came out of the ground, and so the landscape was affected by the mining. So all the building materials just didn't miraculously appear out of nowhere. I've got to do something down here. I've got to dig down. I've got to make barracks and beds and all of that stuff. All the usual kitchen, dining, sleeping. They're the important bits, really. That I never really think of. That should perhaps be a lot higher. That bit. And that's all natural. That rocky outcrop. That was what gave me the idea to build a lighthouse here anyway. Just seeing that bit of the landscape. Oh, God. Right, I know in the past I've moaned about ladders and saying ladders are a cop-out and you should build... A ladder would be way better than a really small spiral staircase. Just so much better. So much better. So I might hack that out of there and just go ladder, which means that making that taller is incredibly easy, because you just extend a ladder. Is that like a seagull noise? don't think I've ever shown you around here. This little a bridge into this like really cool beach woody marsh area, but super close to an azure biome. Oh, favourite noises. Get out of the mud, you. Oh, that. Not walking on that. I don't want to update those blocks. I'll leave that for someone else. Mwahaha. I don't think I've been out this far. Well, no, I definitely haven't. I've seen it on a map. Ugh. Oh, like everywhere is kind of close. So it's not that much of a trek. Oh, that's quite cool. All the ivy and the moss and like the weeds and stuff on there. Nice. So I guess this means walking our way around here, we've kind of come full circle. So it's like the end of another episode of me talking about nothing. Having built a bridge, a tower, and a road. Oh, and a chimney. And trapped a bear. Oh, there aren't any waterfalls, are there? So I stuck a water source block up there just to see what would happen. This is it. Marble is everywhere in this, isn't it? And yeah, right. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. As the sun sets. Nighttime music. Guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Apparently, it really helps the channel. That's what everyone says. You have to say it. It's rules is rules. Have a brilliant whatever you're doing. And until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.